Welcome to Module 5. Today we'll explore one of the most transformative aspects of the spiritual journey, learning to detach from ego and desires. The teachings of the Mother and Shri Aurobindo show us that by letting go of the ego's illusions and releasing our attachment to desires, we open ourselves to true freedom and peace. Lesson 1, the illusion of the ego, how to recognize and overcome it. The ego is an illusion, a false sense of self that believes we are separate from others and the divine. It drives us to seek recognition, control, and approval. It pushes us to protect a version of ourselves that is limiting and temporary. Recognizing the ego requires awareness and mindfulness. By observing these patterns without judgment, we loosen the ego's grip. Lesson 2. Sri Aurobindo's teachings on desire and attachment. Sri Aurobindo teaches that desire and attachment are obstacles to spiritual freedom. Desire keeps us reaching for something outside ourselves, convinced happiness lies in obtaining the next thing. These desires create a cycle of dependence. Attachment binds us to the material world, creating a restless mind. Recognizing the temporary nature of things helps us let go of attachment. The goal is to cultivate joy from within, independent of outer conditions. By releasing attachment to desires, we open to lasting inner peace. Lesson 3. The path to selflessness, living for the divine. The Mother teaches that selflessness begins when we live for the divine. It's about serving something higher than ourselves. Acting from love and service brings a profound inner shift. We become more open to the needs of others. This selflessness unites us with the divine. Lesson 4. Detachment and inner freedom, letting go of material desires. In the Life Divine, Sri Aurobindo explains that true freedom comes from detachment, not just from people or situations, but from the very desire for material possessions. Detachment isn't about renunciation, but about finding contentment within, independent of external conditions. When we detach from the need to accumulate or define ourselves by what we own, we experience a profound sense of inner freedom. We begin to see that our happiness isn't dependent on anything external. It arises from the peace and joy within us. Detachment gives us the space to be fully present, open, and connected to the divine. By letting go of material desires, we create room for true inner peace, contentment, and the joy of simply being. In this module, we've explored the path to freeing ourselves from ego and desire, a journey that leads to greater peace, selflessness, and inner freedom. By recognizing the illusion of the ego, releasing our attachments, living for the divine, and finding contentment within, we begin to experience a life that is open, joyful, and deeply fulfilling. As you continue on your journey, remember that this path is one of gradual unfolding. Each step you take toward detachment and selflessness brings you closer to a life of divine alignment and inner peace. In the next module, we'll explore how to manifest divinity in your daily actions, bridging the gap between the spiritual and the practical. Until then, may you experience the freedom and joy of a life beyond ego and desire.